You're well known for price action, and I think a lot of people these days are looking at trading price action. Where do you think that interest for price action comes from in traders we see these days?
I think through natural selection, people are competitive and they're hunters, right? People who didn't hunt died off and their genes disappeared. People who are not competitive lost every battle. Their genes disappeared. So I think through natural selection, we're all competitive, and we like to hunt. And for example, I'm a fly fisherman, and I like to go fly fishing. And part of the fun of fly fishing is reading the water. So there's price action in the water. If you look at a stream and you don't think about it, it just kind of looks just water running down the rocks. But there really are a lot of subtle patterns that take place in the stream. And if you can read the patterns, you know where the fish are. And trading is the same way. That's one of the things you like about trading. If you have no experience looking at charts and you look at charts, it just looks like a bunch of lines. But if you have a lot of experience, you know where you can make money. You can see certain patterns that have a high probability of doing something. If you see a pattern unfolding, and you know how to trade, you have a high probability of making money. And also, the reward can be quite a bit bigger than the risk. And it just takes time to look at the charts, try to be objective, and then you have to have the ability to place the trade, and you have to have patience. One of my favorite quotes, patience is really important. Waiting for a pattern to unfold. One of my favorite quotes about patience is from Warren Buffett, who for me, I admire him more than probably any other trader. And he talks about patience, saying that you can't make a baby and one getting 9 women pregnant. And trading is the same way. You have to be patient.
That's good. I like that. You mentioned about being objective, and I think that's something people kind of lack, and it's something that's tough to develop. So how did you yourself become objective in the market to kind of look at the chart and say, that's how it is?
It's really an interesting question that you're asking. And once you learn how to ride a bicycle, it's hard to remember what it's like not know how to ride a bicycle, right? And you speak English; it's your second language, and it's hard to imagine, what it was like before you could speak English. And what I do remember is for the first 5 years or so, even for the first 10 years, I would have tremendous stress trading. I always felt like I was ripped up inside, that I was fighting the market and the market was constantly beating me. And it was just a miserable, miserable feeling. And at some point, it just started to melt away. And now, I'm really at peace in the market. Every day, I like it. It's really enjoyable because I sit there and everything that's happening, I look at it and say, oh, I see what the bulls are doing. I understand what the bears are doing. They're balanced here. Oh, they're not balanced here. By being able to read what the market is doing and what the forces are and who's winning, it just makes it first of all fun, because I feel like I'm seeing stuff that a whole bunch of people are not seeing. So it's fun to see. It's fun to see something that nobody else is seeing or not many people are seeing, and it's also fun to watch it unfold. You see something happening, and you know what the possible outcomes are, and certain outcomes are more likely than others, and you just see it start to unfold, and it's just really satisfying.